Hello and welcome to Absurdly Epic's Word of the Day. I'm just in time, and your word of the day is insanity. The definition of insanity is the condition of being insane, a derangement of the mind. Now, I find this definition to be lacking, but it is not repeating the same actions again and again expecting different results, as so many claim it to be. If I were to define it, I would say a condition in which the affected views and acts as if the world is different than what can be observed. And it is much more complex than that, but this is a decent jumping off point. There are some good synonyms. The very first is absurdity, which I think is stretching it a bit because absurdity isn't a negative term, whereas insanity tends to skew more negatively. However, those are just my thoughts. Insanity tends to be used in a more clinical way than absurdity would be. Next up, we have hysteria, because we just covered something like it. Hysteria is an extreme state of emotion or upset, which I'm not sure I would classify as the same as insanity. Next up, we have dotage, or dotage. I believe it's dotage. But either way, it means feebleness or old age. I'm not sure I'd agree with this one. I guess it is a synonym, there's really no taking that back, but just because you're older doesn't mean you're prone to insanity. Then there is irrationality, which means unreason. There's reason, and then there's unreason. And yeah, I could see that. While irrationality means one thing, insanity does not mean the same thing. Irrationality is part of the whole insanity package. It is now time for my rhyme of the day. If you're not familiar with rhyme of the day, it is where I take a word and then rhyme it with another word or series of words. And then I create a phrase with those words, and then that phrase can be used in anything from song lyrics to limericks to poetry, whatever the occasion calls for, really. So here we go. Our word of the day is, of course, insanity, and the rhyme I chose was questions 3. And here's the phrase that I went with. The guy told me to answer his questions 3, and then he just spewed some insanity. And now we've reached the end of our journey, so I would like you to comment below. Maybe you could throw in the word of the day somewhere in your comments, or use my rhyme of the day, or come up with a better rhyme of the day of your own. Also, while you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the little bell, because that's important too, apparently. You can also visit my website, absurdlyepic.com, where you can find my poetry books or even read samples from my poetry books for free. So I'm gonna leave you to it. Alright, well, take care, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.